Welcome to the Trinity Cast. This is episode number 81, and we are well on our way into September. It is the 8th of September, the 9th of September, 8th of September in the year 2024. We're recording on a Sunday night as usual. My name is Mr. Charles from makeITsimpleTT. My co-host, Mr. Akim Day here from Redbit_Tech. How are you going?
Yeah, okay. I mean, I should ask how you going first week back out to school and
I get it cold. Yeah, boy. Get the bug.
Yeah.
So just a fair warning, those of you listening, if you hear my microphone kind of like mute abruptly, I'm sneezing. And if you hear me sneeze, it's because I couldn't mute it in time. But either way, those of you all who are looking at the video, if you see any snot running down my nose, it is not any snot. It's a figment of your imagination. It is what is called this thing? The green screen. Mess them up. Yeah. First week of school went by, boy. How that went off?
Traffic, but the traffic wasn't that bad Monday, but Tuesday traffic was real bad.
And I was saying last week. I think I said something about that last week, but I wasn't too sure. I was checking it for myself. I'll be like, I wonder if I was talking shit for this boy. But then yeah, I think I'll prove it to be right. In my sphere too. Yeah, in my route too, because we leave real early, and I think Tuesday was the roughest one out of all of the days. Partially because we forget something home and had to turn back to go and get it. But thankfully it was like right by the corner. But even that's just like a whole 3 extra minutes.
That could literally be the difference between 10 minutes and half an hour.
Yes. When like I just had to multiply by 5. So if I leave 5 minutes late, that means I'm gonna reach 25 minutes late.
Yeah.
That's later than I normally reach. So if I leave 1 minute late, I'll be like, okay, that's an extra 5 minutes. And for the most part, I think that's a good calculation. But yeah, traffic was, it was normal. Meaning like normal in terms of it was bad, as bad as you expect.
Yeah.
But it wasn't backbreaking to say, well, you sit down in 2 hours of traffic. From me from Arima to Port of Spain, I was like an hour and something for the most part. But then by Friday, it was cool.
Yeah.
As far as I know. You didn't do anything techie, boy? You ain't trying to...
Well, I know why. This week I was just going through the motions, keeping the lights on, making sure things working. I wasn't really pushing the boat too much.
Keep the oars paddling, just in the right direction,
Switch it on and off, make sure it's working. But this week here, I have some stuff to do in Oracle Cloud. You had a bit of so I was telling you earlier, we have a physical disaster recovery data center here in Trinidad.
Yeah.
And last week it went down, and the service provider couldn't really fix it in time. So I was down for a few days. They wanted to take the equipment back to the office and all kind of thing. So I was down for a few days. So that's
not sounding very like upper management can't be happy now with that. It's just something you don't want to hear, that we have a problem and it cannot be fixed. We have to take it home to fix it.
That particular data center caught on fire a few times already in the past.
That's like with your car. When you go by the mechanic and the mechanic say I have to keep it and you have to travel back home, that's what you don't want to hear.
Yeah.
You don't wanna know that you're losing your vehicle or some kind of thing like that. Because that's long time, but I understand what you're saying.
So I was down for a few days. So it's a long time coming. So from this Wednesday, we're going to do a migration from the physical location to Oracle Cloud. So disaster recovery going to be in the cloud.
Yeah, I understand. That makes sense.
Yeah.
The cool thing about cloud services is that they tend to make it a little because it's their bread and butter. One of their jobs is to make it easy for you to get your stuff up there, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, what kind of survey I have? Oh yeah, we could replicate that for you. Yeah. What you need a Linux base server. Okay, cool. All right, yeah. Once you copy all your files, everything should work the same. Just change the IP address. That'll be how it's sung, but we all know that to do always work that way. But for the most part,
like for us, we're going on. Kind of gonna be a lift and shift, but we're going on rebuild the servers and migrate the data.
Yeah. Understand. Yeah, and the data in a structured way. So once the data structured, nobody vex. Yeah, I understand. Me techiness now. The first week of school, plenty documents to submit and all the other things I have
all
to
your
do.
students and
Try to remember names and I couldn't find it. Have a old projector that I use. A good old faithful projector, but you know them old projectors don't have no HDMI on it. So it's VGA. So I have a VGA to HDMI dongle thing.
Yeah.
So that it could connect to my laptop, and I couldn't find it, boy. And when I do have a projector, I just do teach. Because I'm not calling out any notes, and I am not the guy to just go in the textbook and make you like read what's in the textbook. Because I have all my slides and things prepared with all the different things. So when the projector wasn't working, I was like, I'm not teaching. It's the first week of school, so these things happen. So I'm not teaching anything today. So I just kind of talk about IT and talk about what we have to do and whatnot. And I searched high and low for that dongle, boy. And I found it. When I found it, I was like, okay, time to buy a backup one. Because the backup one, I realized I gave it to somebody out of the goodness of my heart. And I say like, whenever I order in something, I'll just throw in the dongle now. You know, I haven't ordered anything for myself in 2.5 months.
On Amazon?
Yeah. Like, I order all kind of things for other people and whatnot, but nothing inside there was something that I explicitly ordered for myself. I don't think that has ever happened to me in the history of online shopping.
Well, you potentially have some savings, you could.
No, I had to buy textbooks and uniform and all that kind of thing.
Went somewhere else,
yeah, so all my money was just basically tied up in saying, okay, I'm going to get everything for these children. And this is the first time I probably feel like my online shopping game real weak. But don't worry, we're coming back. We're coming back very soon. My Amazon card don't have nothing in it that I wanted. So it's either I have all the things I want or I just had to focus on priorities. I think it was a mixture of both, but nothing that I really want right now. Can't think of it, but we'll see how that goes. All right. Welcome to the podcast. Again, all of you people, the first 5 minutes is a little bit about random life. So you know that we are real people. We're not just robots. It's not AI talking to you here. Today we have 3 things to talk about on the show, which is free Wi-Fi bad for business or businesses? There's a telecommunications authority TAT report that came out, and our daring reporter Peter Christopher has done a summary article in The Guardian that we'll kind of go through. Some of the things were kind of jaw-dropping. Some of the things were like, I'm not too sure if I believe that. So we will try to discuss it. And then we take the same PDF that they used for that article, and we kind of went through it to find out some more things, because if the Telecommunications Authority does a whole PDF on market reports and market status, it should have some gems inside there. So we found a little gem that we want to talk about, which is the internet. Where do you get your internet from? And internationally, because we have 2 local, 1 international. Do they actually listen to your ads? We have an article that shows a marketing agency.
Listen to your
conversations to show you ads. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, we found a marketing agency that came clean and said, well, yeah, and it's not that it's not that they asked us to do it. They told us to do it. Something along those lines. So those are our 3 topics of discussion today. Let's get into the Trinity TechCast. I'll be back after the first break with the first one, which is Wi-Fi, free Wi-Fi. How do we use it, and does it affect us paying for Wi-Fi in different spheres of life? So, coming back with that. Well, you probably made it this far in the podcast. That means you probably like technology a lot and like to at least hear us talk about technology. And that also means you may know somebody or somebody who knows somebody or somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who wants a website built or an app built or some sort of technology integrated in their business. If you want to help them out, you could send them to makeITsimpleTT, send them to us. And we have business services that range from building websites to building apps to invoicing systems to ensuring that technology is used in your company, to installation of routers, buying things online. So you can check us out, 308-8799. You can check our services out, or you could go to makeITsimpleTT.com and see some of the things that we've done and maybe give a recommendation to our website built or something like that. Back to the podcast. So we're back into the podcast, and here is the article. It's real long and there's a lot of reading. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you and to everybody that is listening or watching. I ran this article through Gemini and asked Gemini to summarize it for me because there's a lot of words. So let me read through at least the first two paragraphs, and I'll tell you why there's a lot of words, because these things need graphs, not words. The internet is the title of the article is Expert Fears Decline in Internet Revenues. The internet is the current backbone of telecommunications, the telecommunications industry in Trinidad and Tobago. However, one industry expert has expressed concern that a slight drop in revenue from fixed-line internet subscriptions could signal major challenges for an industry that has been in consistent decline across most segments. According to TAT, the Telecommunications Authority of Trinidad and Tobago, their annual report for 2023, the telecommunications sector generated $4.2 billion, of which the internet market generated 53.6% of the sector revenues, while the second largest share, 24.7%, came from the mobile voice market. So the whole article kind of saying that, okay, out of the $4.2 billion that we get from telecommunications being generated meaning that people pay this amount of money, right? So $4.2 billion in money is being spent to get the internet, to get your cell phone, to get data, to get fixed line services, to get whatever, all the subscribers and stuff. Half of it is people getting
internet.
So only a little bit of people only a little bit of money is being spent on having a phone line, which of course means like landlines, fixed lines, cell phone lines, all that kind of thing. And everybody just kind of pushing their way towards using the internet only. And which not really like shocking. But what is kind of shocking is that they're complaining a little bit in the article, or one of the analysts was complaining in the article that, yeah, we're going down a dark path because you'll end up losing money because people are not going to be spending as much money on it. And we're like, okay, that's not making sense. So somewhere along the line, I went down to the last paragraph of this article. This is what I want to read, right? So, Prescott is the consultant that was talking about it, right? Prescott said that the current rollout of TT Wi-Fi and more significantly, the guidelines around its usage may discourage some from getting packages at home as they are aware they can access broadband internet for free via that facility. Prescott said the service was initially supposed to be available for a fixed period of time of 40 minutes, following which a cost would be attached for further usage. This, he explained, would offset costs and is still a service being provided by a telecommunications provider. However, Prescott said this commercial approach has not been implemented despite it being widely available at several public locations, including transportation hubs, schools, libraries, and hospitals. Which means the internet is effectively free. But if you look at the TAT annual report, what is the only sector of the broadcasting on telecoms that's making money? Internet. So if internet is the only segment making money and then you're making us give it away for free, how would I make money? If I don't make money, how do I pay my employees? How do I pay my investors? How do I build 5G networks? So his argument is, if you give away free internet, people will just not pay for internet or buy internet packages. And therefore, the internet service providers are going to have to raise their costs consistently, which the article kind of goes on to say. And once they keep raising their cost, then less people will get the internet. And then we just go into a kind of death loop or death spiral. You understand where you're coming from? Or you don't agree? I don't know.
Like that argument that makes sense probably 10 or 15 years ago, in the sense that, like, I don't want to sound old, but back in my day, the internet.
Boy, just know that's no. All right, Gramsci, all your porridge. Yeah, good.
Yeah. Like back in my day, right, the internet was like a commodity, in the sense that it's not something that you would seek like for entertainment or for, to look at TV or to that type of thing. But back in that time, internet was something you went to do research, or you wanted to download something. That's where where the usage was at. And back in that time too, cable and stuff like that was still big. But now, say if you have internet at a public space or a government building or whatever, you think people, and I mean based on our little scientific study we did the other day, a lot of people just use the internet for entertainment purposes. You think people are going to go to a public space or a government building or whatever to be on Facebook or to look at YouTube or that type of thing, versus in the comfort of the home or on the personal device? I think a lot of people going towards.
I think, well, first of all, when we did the podcast like 2 weeks ago or a week ago, everybody will just be on their phone for kicks, for jokes. They're not going to try to access any sort of services or anything like that, right? But there's a subset of people who they live in off free Wi-Fi, where they jumping from hotspot to hotspot, and they not trying to go and pay another bill, right? So, for example, like we were talking backstage, the only people I could think of that definitely fall into this package will be people who's rent. And I have real people that's rent. A lot more than I thought I knew. Because what the first thing people say when they get a house or something, so they go and add on a room so that they could put it up for rent, or they go and build up apartments so that they could put it for rent, right? Now, when these people pop their apartments, or whatever the case is, they buy in one internet package and then they install a router and they telling the tenants, here, look, you can get internet here. So this particular tenant, not like you and me, because when people like you and I renting, I don't want to use your crappy Cisco or your Linksys router. I want to use a Asus Nighthawk with 6 antennas that have blue lights on it, right?
Yeah.
We would go and get our own internet for our apartment. But some of these people, they'll just be like, nope, I not going to pay for no internet. I just going to use the internet that my landlord given to me. And when I go to work, there'll be internet there. And when I go to this place, they have a free internet there. And the fact that it's available all over, that's the argument of the article. They're not going to go by Flow and pay $300 or $350. I think the lowest price one they said is Amplia at $260, and that's 150 megabits.
Yeah, but and they're trying to say that people wouldn't get internet because it's available free in other places.
Yeah, and
like
one of the places
spaces.
One of the places, well, yeah, they talk about the TT Wi-Fi thing, even though I've never seen TT Wi-Fi any place.
Like for me, I wouldn't consider where you rent free, because a lot of the landlords will say the internet included in your rent. Because like if Flow increase the internet package or whatever, that's be the landlord doesn't increase your rent accordingly, So in a sense,
that's true.
In it,
But it's not a new subscription, because this thing measuring individual subscriptions. So the landlord paying $300 for the internet, you paying $50 out of that for the other four people, $50 for internet added onto it, as opposed to another new subscription with a new box on the wall and a new line running. And that's what this thing trying to analyze. What they're analyzing is that Wi-Fi is available at TT Wi-Fi and it's supposed to cut off for 40 minutes. Well, after 40 minutes, it's supposed to cut off, just like normal places. Like when you go in, you get into what's the name of the page that you log into? When you as soon as you connect to Wi-Fi, captive portal. Yeah, it's connected to a captive portal. You put in your email address, however it is, and they tell you, okay, you have half an hour to use this internet. And then when it finish, you either have to just disconnect and reconnect and sign back up again for another thing, or you have some kind of toll or payment or some kind of thing like that. But if you make the internet free, if the availability of internet is all over, then that's now on the service providers' job now to find more creative ways to get money for the internet that they're providing, I think. Like, should we blame the fact that the internet is available for a reason for them to have to raise their price? Because that's the only option they have, it seems. The option is like, all right, well, we're not making enough money to support all this infrastructure, so we had to raise the price. And then when you raise the price, people will be like, I can't pay for that, I go and give up the internet. Or you're going to share it with your neighbor, or, well, like Shivam, you take along, you run along with a cable and you connect a router. It have a little bit of weight to it, a little bit, not too much.
I mean, I was telling you just now that I saw flow increasing. It was their late fee payment thing. I wonder what caused that. What would that cause that?
Because bills are bad. Like people
delinquent.
Yeah, people don't like to pay bills, and some people can't pay bills. And I can sit down here from like a ivory tower and be like, well, yeah, I could pay my bills and I have 2 internet connections because I could afford it and all them kind of thing. Like, there are people who just be like, wait boy, I had to pay Flo. Flo tell me that they're going and cut me. And they like, but what am I gonna do without the internet? And then there are some people will be like, yeah, well, it's one household, but there are multiple people living in the house. So like, some people live with their parents and they pop an extra room, or they not get married but they don't want to go and rent, so they build up in the back, or that kind of thing. Yeah, I know people who pop mesh routers, so they take the one internet connection and they just mesh route it through the place.
Yeah, I think like an article like this, I'm not sure if you go into the PDF, you'll see more information or more data. An article like this, it either kind of go hand in hand with some type of research or surveying people, to see the reasons why, or to see what type of internet package people use, look at the demographics and that type of thing, how to access the internet, if it's through data, if it's internet package or free Wi-Fi, to really get to the core of what they're trying to look at. Because right now they're kind of looking at revenue, and they are kind of tighten with looking at
like reasoning and social dynamics and all that kind of thing, or I agree.
Well, you could survey your customers to an extent, but how you capturing the people that using the free Wi-Fi? How it is because of the free Wi-Fi, that is why things declining. Correlation really mean causation, as they say. It could have some other reason behind it. It could be people taking up more data plans or other stuff.
There's a part in it too where one of the paragraphs says, when asked about the findings in TAT's report, B-Mobile's acting CEO Kent Weston said, we've observed what is a global trend where rising mobile internet subscriptions are accompanied by declining revenues, driven by the shift towards more affordable data plans and the growing use of over-the-top services. TAT's report reflects these evolving market dynamics as consumers increasingly seek greater value. He continued, this trend underscores the growing demand for data services among subscribers, which has informed TFTT's commercial strategy over the year. In response, we have remained committed to providing affordable mobile internet connectivity and delivering value-added benefits to meet this increased demand for data. We focus on ensuring that all segments of our market can access and enjoy benefits of enhanced digital communication. This year, what he's saying is TFTT does do plenty of things. TFTT does give you phones and mobile devices and all that kind of stuff. But really and truly, people just want internet. Mm-hmm. And all they want is, they don't want no broadcast TV and packages and all them bundles, services and whatnot. They just want the internet and everything had a stream. So if everybody just want the internet, then there needs to be some kind of balance or middle ground of, okay, we're going to provide you with the internet, but we have to make up for the shortfall that we're going to lose because we're not selling any more TV, or we're not selling any more landline packages, or we're not selling any more voice packages, because nobody wants that. And I think the industry going through a little problem where internet costs money, and a lot of people think that the internet is like God's gift to the world now. Like the internet is, the World Wide Web is like the best thing ever. That's supposed to be free. Just go up on the internet and find it. But now it kind of like, it costs money to get to this thing.
This is not really a new problem, This happened probably 10 years ago in a different form. I don't know if you remember, with the rise in stuff like WhatsApp and Viber, they try to block it and try to tell you need to pay or something to use WhatsApp or Viber. Mm-hmm. It's because of the decline in voice packages or services or whatever. So it's just in a different form now, in that sense. And I mean, I'm sure not just locally, but all the other telecommunication companies around the world experience something similar. How much years ago? What they're going through now again is not something locally. Because I think last year, it was the previous CEO was trying to talk about the need Google and Netflix or whatever to pay that money.
Yes, because as Lisa Agard was saying that.
Yeah, so it's an ongoing thing. It kind of evolving and stuff like that. And then even now, and I guess that was with streaming and thing, and even now they're trying to bundle packages like Disney Plus and whatever. Like in the past 3 months, I wouldn't lie, Digicel called me at least 3 times or 4 times to try to get me to upgrade my internet package and take Disney Plus. And every time
I get called twice. No, correct.
No, I don't need Disney Plus. I don't use it, I don't watch TV. So
she was the lady on the phone was like, she was reading from the playbook, boy. She was reading from the playbook, and I was like, let me indulge her. And then I had to say no, because we good. But if you could give me faster internet at a better price than I'm paying right now, I would take it. And she's like, how much are you paying right now? And then I explained to her, and it's like, okay, I understand. Like, I had a problem with the data on my phone. Anyhow, I'll talk about the data on my phone when we come back.
Like them people, from the time I hear them say one thing, that just turned me off, and I was like, nah, I have no time with you. You're stalking, and they was talking about faster packages and whatever. And I was like, if you get this faster package, since you work from home, you'll be able to work faster. And I was like, you I have no time with you. That make no sense.
Oh gosh. That remind me of like car parts salesman. Sometimes how they just pull wool over like women eyes. Like, if you start to use this oil, your car will go faster. And I was like, come on, man, come on. Don't do that. Don't do the woman that. They tell her the car will go faster. Oil don't make a car go faster. It'll just reduce the wear and tear. I mean, it might go faster, but oh gosh, don't use that as a selling point. Say like you'll have to save this less or something, but
And I mean, as you kind of say, it's an ever evolving thing. as things advance, things go away. Because, I mean, say 10, 15 years ago, we had cable. On the scene, cable price used to kind of be high. Then all of a sudden, Netflix emerged. And Netflix was a big alternative to cable. $10 a month or whatever. And then we kind of going back in time, in the sense that if you want to watch certain things, it's not just one streaming service. You need to get about 5 or 6 or 10 streaming services, which means you're kind of going back to the old model.
Capitalism, so it kind of it interesting, and I'm not too sure. Like, I'm not too sure if people just see the internet as, because you know how the world, like everybody is telling you, we're gonna make internet widely available to everybody because all the information is necessary, and to evolve as a country, we need to make sure everybody have the internet. And then people are like, okay, cool, well, that means it's going to be free because the government going to get it from her. And then there's this kind of entitlement to be like, okay, once you have the internet, you will be smart. So therefore, get everybody the internet. And then further down the line now, it's like, okay, the internet should be free. Nobody should be not getting the internet. And then when you realize the service providers charging you plenty money for the internet because they feel in the pinch now because they have to pay money to jump on the fiber, the underwater cables on them, and pay for bandwidth and then disseminate that bandwidth to us. Is plenty plenty moving parts. And when you have plenty moving parts like that, somebody gonna lose money somewhere.
Yeah, and I mean even like in terms of the usage of the internet, in terms of how you access the internet. 10, 15 years ago, you needed a laptop, you needed a computer. I mean, your phones wasn't really a good way to access the internet. Probably 20 years ago, I can't remember. Yeah.
No, 15 years ago.
You know, your phone wasn't really a way to access the internet. And, as time go along, phones get more and more, usable in terms of accessing the internet. And as time went along as well, the way people use the internet now predominantly is probably social media. Back then was other stuff, but now I sure most people in Trinidad just probably use the internet either for social media, which include YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all of that. Which more or less, most time you access social media via your phone. So you're more mobile now in terms of how you access the internet. You don't necessarily need to be in a physical location with a laptop, which will be at home or at work. Now you could go anywhere from your device and check Facebook, check Instagram, check TikTok. So
well, if I was Flow and if I was Digicel, I would be a little concerned too. If everywhere people go, they could access the internet for free or at almost a next to nothing cost, and I not getting a piece of that pie. That would definitely be concerning for me.
But is it like that right now?
Well, that's what the article that what the article trying to say.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know if that is what it is, but that's what the man say. So
alright, say you go any mall now. You have free Wi-Fi any mall? I don't think so.
Not Trinity Mall.
Yeah, I don't think you have free Wi-Fi in a lot of places. I mean, you might go Rituals or Starbucks, you'll have free Wi-Fi.
But they have they have a business model there that they follow.
Yeah.
As I say, I never see that TT Wi-Fi anywhere, but I don't know, people who listen,
I'd probably don't go looking for it because I have data on my phone, but
talking about data, let me get to the next topic. So we're still discussing this same report, but in the next part of the report, we had to kind of figure out if people would just rather use data on their phone than actually pay for the internet. So we're coming back after the break to talk about that. I really want to dive a little deep into this one, and we have some statistics to go through from the report. So We come back after that. Would you rather use data or not? Right now you're listening to Training TechCast, and more than likely you know that I love technology a lot. But more so, I love teaching technology. I'm a CSEC IT and CAPE Computer Science and IT teacher, and I have classes that are available. So if you know anyone, any student that's looking for quality CAPE Computer Science or CSEC IT classes, you can check us out at 308-8799 on WhatsApp or makeITsimpleTT.com/register. You can get classes, notes, recordings, IA, SBA help, everything that you could think of that will get you that one in CSEC IT. So you can check us out. Back to the podcast. All right, so watch this infographic here. It's a little blurry because it looked like a snippet instead of the copy, but long story very good. Mobile internet revenues have gone up 1.5% from 2022, right? So people spending more money to get
For
mobile
data.
internet, aka use data. The subscriptions went down, but I'm not really too worried about that. This last part here, internet penetration, 55.2 per 100 means that out of every 100 people that they probably did the survey for, whatever it is, 55 of them have data on their phone. Mobile internet. Fixed internet is 29.6 per 100. So 29% of people in whatever the survey sample sizes have fixed internet at home. 55% have data on their phone.
So that 29.6% for internet penetration. I wonder if that's persons who paying for the package or if it's just a household that has internet at home. You know what I mean? Because like I live here with my wife and your aunt or your uncle or whatever, and you survey these 5 people. But I alone answer, yes, I pay for a package at home, but everybody else say, no, I don't pay for no package. Or if it's just at home, do you have internet? Because that could skew the numbers a lot. Because like say in your scenario, you could answer yes, but everybody else in the house could say, no, I'm not paying for that. My daddy paying for that, you know?
All right, let me see if they have any explanation about that, because your point is valid. They have a whole section about it in the document. This PDF we link in the show notes, because I don't know, for those of you all who actually care, you probably go and watch the PDFs because you find this data is, while we just trying to make it sound palatable to the regular tech person who's listening. I can't find anything in the article that's saying anything about it. It have upload speed and the speed that people have. Oh, we could talk about that just now, right? Sorry about this sniffling earlier because I told y'all my son gave me the cold because that's how schools are. Okay, now let me say we had to make an assumption, right? Because we don't have the actual data. If we talk about mobile internet, that has to be individual, because nobody gonna say, yes, I have mobile internet because my father have it, right? Or my sister have it. So that we assume that it is individual, and we ask a regular person, do you have data on your phone? And they say yes. Do you pay for internet at home? And they say no. Why would somebody do that? Why would, if we were to skew it to the left and say, all right, this person just choose to have data alone and not pay for internet at home? Why would you just
I think it's kind of based on usage too. Because like for me, I have internet at home because I need to work, and I need to work probably entertainment or whatever to use streaming services. Some other people, their entertainment and their usage is on their phone, choose probably social media. They could look at YouTube on the phone. So some people, once you have a plan that lasts for a month and, is it unlimited, quote unquote.
Yeah.
They don't need to access the internet from a laptop or a computer or streaming services.
I think a part of it too is communication, because WhatsApp calling is almost like a acceptable thing now. I get called by a CEO on WhatsApp already. And I was let me call you back normal. And he's like, what do you mean normal? I call you. And I was like,
I totally, I okay with that because sometimes too, say I traveling, I not going to be roaming.
Yes,
most of the
I
time.
agree.
It's
100%.
Call me on WhatsApp.
It almost to the point where the mobile providers don't care about roaming anymore, you know. Like when I had to go to, when I went to Barbados, them was like, yeah, the roaming don't work, and I think the network over there have to put something in place so that the network will be at the same frequency as the network that we have here. So that SIM card wouldn't work. I had to use this SIM card. When I changed the SIM card and I gone, it still didn't work. There was like the eSIM supposed to work for sure. It didn't work. I literally had no normal telecommunication services with my number. Everything had to be done via WhatsApp with a data plan. Same thing when I went Miami. Miami, the roaming, I can't remember what was going on.
You would be mobile.
Yeah,
that's why.
I was like, be mobile? What? How I reach Miami and my phone now working by people trying to call me? But WhatsApp was there. So people having data on their phone, a lot of it is them using it for WhatsApp. They're using it to get all their entertainment because they pay for a data plan and the data plan is unlimited for the rest of the month, as you say. And that's their internet. They don't need to go and come home and say that they have Wi-Fi because they say, I have unlimited data. So I'm going to use it. And I could see that being the reason why the penetration of mobile internet is that high versus fixed internet. Now, when the fixed internet penetration is so low, people like Flow and Digicel, well, not Digicel as much because Digicel has mobile, right? But people like Flow and Amplia, they go and suffer because nobody want to take your package. Everybody just going to take our mobile internet package. So is it that we really and truly rather use data? And have we been spoiled into this? Well, once you have data on your phone, you're good.
Yeah. I mean, we probably not the right people to answer this. We kind of just speculating because I think I will always need to have internet at home. I don't think I could function with just data on my phone, you know?
I trying to think of somebody I know. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe like students or children or whatnot who do have money. They will just have to pick a struggle and be like, all right, I'll put data on my phone. So even if my landlord doesn't give me internet, or even if I don't get Wi-Fi, I'm still connected and I can still do all the things that I need because I'm not going to sign up for another bill.
It could be people like, you know, to sign up for Flow. So sign up for Flow is how to documentation and stuff like that. Is how to go through all of that or address or something. Proof of address is how to do that thing.
If you're by a landlord, then you had to get the landlord to do a letter. No, wait. I'm gonna think about it, boy. But and I haven't had to.
Yeah.
Did I, boy? I'm not sure.
Yeah, like that. Like for some people, that is hassle. To sign up for a data plan, you just top up and get the data plan. You know, it's not really a commitment. You know, getting Flow to come to install that, drill the hole into the place and whatever. You know, and it's sort of a commitment in that sense. So it might just be easier. The ease of doing it, it's easier to put on a data plan than internet at home, and probably as well, you know, in terms of the financially as well, you know, is a commitment in the sense that every month you have to pay this bill for a data plan. Now, this month you get our data, next month things get a little hard, next month you'll be like, yeah, but I ain't paying no data this month. You know, then when things get back, you put the data, it could put for 10 days, it could put for 1 day, could be for 2 weeks data, and also it's more flexible versus a fixed internet where there's a bit more of a commitment, I guess.
Yeah. Watch this graph here. Prepaid and postpaid internet subscriptions from 2019 to 2023.
Mobile, yeah.
Yeah, mobile, yeah. 507,000 is prepaid mobile internet and 301,000 is postpaid. Of course, postpaid will be less. But people...
Prepaid actually decreased, but postpaid increased.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Postpaid is steadily increasing.
You prepaid or postpaid?
Post.
Okay.
It have no, I can't live that prepaid life. Cannot.
I prepaid on my eSIM because the postpaid is like $100 more. I was like, nah, I go do the prepaid, postpaid, the prepaid eSIM data plan thing, but my main phone is postpaid.
Yeah, I can't live that life of having to put money on my phone all the time.
Yeah. Now, but this prepaid that I have is an auto renew, so it would do it for itself. You know, so I'd rather go on. Well, it's a prepaid that automatic. It's auto renew.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm paying for my services up front. It's not after the fact. So that's the one little thing, but yeah.
Yeah, they can't catch you unless you put money on your phone and then they suck money because they take a blind. That's a thing too?
I don't know. I don't do that thing. I just when the time comes, it would renew the plan automatically.
Yeah.
I'd rather put enough money or nothing on it.
I mean, this thing have a lot of graphs, a lot of data, which is things that I love.
Good look at some.
Well, watch this. Residential broadband subscriptions contributed 70.5%. So 70.5% of broadband revenue is from residential and 29.5% is from business.
Yeah.
That's because the business broadband ridiculously expensive. I have no idea why business broadband had to be 4 times the price of the residential one when you're using the same.
I mean, internet. For volume to much more residential places than commercial. But
why the commercial one had to be so expensive?
Because commercial, alright, when you go to buy a cake in the bakery, you can get we call it a negotiate. You get a cake for between $100 or $200. That same cake for your wedding, how much a cake for your wedding is?
$1,500.
$1,500, that cheap one.
I don't know, maybe it's a one layer.
It's a cake for $3,000, $5,000 and then. So you're paying the premium for being a business.
They have a lot of revenue on international voice market. So this PDF has all the data, anything that you want to find out about how we use our data services, how we spend money. A lot of it is money based because it's TAT. So they're tracking the amount of money because they had to get paid now. Watch this one. TV, right? So, we don't watch TV anymore.
Yeah.
Using like regular TV. The broadcasting market. Free-to-air TV revenues dropped by 30%. So that is basically putting up an antenna.
Yeah.
Radio
drop.
Yeah, drop. Subscription TV. What is subscription TV? I'm not too sure. TV broadcasting drop.
You could say the numbers for those listening.
30% for TV, 3% for radio. Well, not that bad. People still listen to the radio. Subscription is 2.5%, and TV broadcasting via cable dropped by 10% also. Because nobody watch cable anymore.
Yeah, except
no.
Oh, well, I know what I'm saying now. People who are a bit older look at cable a lot still. Like that's where there's got a lot of the news and well, I don't know if you listen to that, but that just amazes me that people just be tuned into CNN and all these places and that's
CNN?
The news.
Now my fathers watch news at 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock is news.
Well, yeah, I mean that type of news, but like international news people that's go on watch CNN and BBC and MSNBC.
Oh yes. I hear about that. Yeah. You know, I have a friend that loves listen to the BBC podcast every day just to listen to the news, and I was like, you're just like them old people. You must listen to the international news, But it's true. It makes sense. It makes sense. But yeah, TV. They somewhere in the article they were saying that OTT services, over the top services, basically cable via the internet has gone up a lot, and that just means that people still have the cable channels, but they tying it to their internet connection.
Yeah, and like I guess like things like Peacock and YouTube TV and them things.
Yeah, and I think I have that right now on a trial with one of the service providers.
Okay.
Where I
You sure it's not your Fire Stick?
Nah, cause I know why. Cause I have to use their crappy interface to watch the TV, and some of the channels blocked and all those kind of things, and you had to pay to upgrade the package and all that. Yeah. And honestly, I ain't gonna lie to you, I find there's a nice feature to it where you could go back and watch a recording of a show. So let me say it have a Champions League match, and I miss it. I could go back on the TV guide and press play, and some of the shows are recorded, and you could just play back the match. So it's like on demand, but within a day or within 24 hours or something. So you just keep it there, and if you try to watch it like 3 days later, it'll be like, nah, we don't have it anymore. So things like that, I would pay for. I might consider paying for, because sometimes live sports, when you miss it and you want to watch it over, but you just don't want to watch the highlights on YouTube and you want to actually watch the whole thing.
Yeah, I kind of different. Like if I miss a match, I would just want to watch extended highlights. Card, you know the score. Like if I didn't know the score, I'd watch over the whole thing. But like, I would just watch the highlights score.
Okay, that's how I'm saying. Extended highlights on YouTube is basically all I need.
Like a 10 minutes or whatever, the main stuff.
But it have certain parts of the match where you heard something took place and you kind of want to see.
Right, let's go on YouTube and search for it.
All right, you're correct.
Or you go on Twitter and search for it, and somebody will have a clip of it on like, all right,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just look at it as time is like, so long I watch this for 2 hours. I could do something else.
I agree. Okay. Well, for the people that have data, I going to start asking people questions. Do you have data on your phone? And is that good enough for you? And do you use your phone alone for the internet? Those are questions I really want to find out, because a lot of my interactions with students, and most of those students, they come to school for the express purpose of getting Wi-Fi.
Now, when he's a student, you're kind of broken.
Yeah. But like, I want to find like, young professionals. If the new brand of young professionals are just okay with getting a data plan on their phone because they don't have a TV at home, most of the times they're watching everything on their phone to begin with. And
that would be a good gauge. But I guess young professionals, they would need, according to our field, and
Okay, when I say young professionals,
work from a laptop and whatever.
Okay, when I say young professionals, I mean like just finished school and they're trying to find their way in whatever job or whatever that they could get. They don't have a work from home job, but they could go to work. Get why?
For me, when I just finished school, like for my stories, when I finished school, I went from finishing school, graduating from UE, straight into renting. I didn't wait. Like I didn't even graduate yet, and I went renting on my own.
Yeah.
And one of the first things I got was internet.
Right.
And I wasn't working from home at that time, I was.
But let's say, hypothetically speaking, you went to rent and your landlord say, I have internet here, and you're not working in IT, you don't have IT, you don't have a computer science degree, you have a humanities degree or something. Your landlord say, we have internet here, just pay $50 a month for it. Would you be inclined to say, like, no problem, I'll take that?
Yeah,
so I don't have to go and pay $350?
Yeah, that probably less hassle. And
Yeah.
Not
And then
being in
there's
the IT field, probably. Cause I was at when I was renting, like it was a house with two different like one house with two different sections, and it had one internet connection for the two areas. And like for me, I went to get my own internet, but the other people, they were okay with the internet that the landlord provided, and they weren't in IT. So I would say based on I just one thing, but based on that one,
Yeah, and you get a little data plan, and that will suffice for basically all of your needs in 2024, because you don't have to watch shows on a TV anymore.
But I must say, back then, when I got the internet, when I first graduated, it was for Netflix and to download games on my PS3 and to play games online. That was the three main things I use the internet for.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. A gamer not gonna have slow internet. They can't live that life. All right. That's cool. Nice. So that was a good little discussion there. And more than likely, I'll see ads popping up in my feed right now for Flow and Digicel, because we've mentioned their names. I might see a Lampley ad too, because maybe they're using this marketing company. Maybe they're using this marketing company that listens to what you say via your phone and then serves you ads. Yes, it's real, and we have proof. We're coming back to talk about it after this break. Well, because you're listening to this podcast, more than likely you know how to order things online already. But if you know somebody who doesn't know how to order things online, and you probably just fed up having to order things for them, and you want them to be able to get a little more self-sufficient with respect to ordering things online, we have a service called Order It, where you can send the links and we order it for you and we deliver it straight to you. So if it's somebody who is not technologically savvy, doesn't have a credit card, and they want to order things online, send them to us, 308-8799 on WhatsApp, and we'll be able to help them order it and save you the trouble of having to buy things for them. Back to the podcast. So, watch this article here. Media giant Cox Media Group says it can target adverts based on what potential customers said out loud near device microphones, and explicitly points to Facebook, Google, Amazon, and Bing as CMG partners, according to a CMG presentation obtained by 404 Media. Right, 404 Media. Well, they're saying that this post is for members only, but they told us enough.
And
what they have.
There's the other from Mashable, I think.
Send another link.
More good,
So everybody knows what a pitch deck is. If you don't know what a pitch deck is, it's basically 7 to 8 slides that you have prepared when you're going to present to a client. This is your presentation that you're going to try to sell to them. And the pitch deck for this marketing company is, we partner with the best to provide the best. So, let's say you're selling, I don't know, whatever it is. They come in and tell you, we've been a partner with Google for 11 years now. We've been a partner with Amazon Advertising. We've been a partner with Facebook. And we could get your ads, or we could get your stuff in the correct place at the right place at the right time by making sure that with these people's phones, we could listen to your to what people say, and based on what they say, we will show your ad to them. That's their pitch.
It's not no conspiracy anymore. Cause like for me, I used to always swear. I literally didn't search this. I did, you probably talk about it, and then it's like, wait now, what's going on here? And then, you see articles online saying, no, it's just your mind playing tricks with you, it's not real, and whatever. But like for me, before this, I don't know if it's conspiracy or whatever, but I used to be convinced that, I think your phone's just listening to you. And so much so, like if I talking about certain things, I would be like, put my phone over there and let me talk. Because I really think that it doesn't listen to you. What do you think before this article? What was your thoughts on it?
Before this article, I was fully convinced. I was 100% sure that it was happening, because there is no technical hurdle that could stop you. There is no regulation that could tell a company that they can activate their microphone on your device. And because there is no regulation for it, purposefully, more than likely purposefully, because if you try to put regulation onto how somebody uses their hardware, you're reaching into like Huawei territory where you're trying to ban people from using a router because you think they're spying on you. But for you to be able to go into somebody's hardware, that is IP, that's legal thing, that's all kind of drama going on there. So I was like, yeah, for sure this happening. For sure. Because there is so much to gain from it and there is no barrier. So yeah.
Yeah. Because if you look at shit, you have the Mashable.
And the Mashable one, yeah, which part?
Like the third paragraph there.
It says the marketers and media giant Cox, the tech news outlet, recently obtained on November 23 pitch deck from CMG that it details active listening, a service, and how it can target advertising based on smart devices like smartphones, smart speakers, and smart TVs.
Yeah, so not just your phone, your TV, your laptop, your tablet.
Yeah. Well, so the smart speakers for sure. I know Alexa. I know. It's like,
yeah.
Alexa been listening to you long time because not like Alexa. In order for you to be able to trigger Alexa or trigger Google Home or whatnot, it had to be listening. So why would you not take what they are saying? And I remember it had something with the Secret Service or some kind of thing, so where they kind of come in there, Alexa, and they was trying to get Amazon to give them the conversations that were taking place, and Amazon was like, bro, we don't listen to thing, and the Secret Service was like, so how do you know when it says Alexa? And it'd be like, that kind of thing. So we know it happening, right? My question is, do you think it's bad?
Yes.
Why?
Because if you put on your tinfoil hat a little bit, right? If they're using this for marketing purposes, you think, say, other agencies or whatever wouldn't be using this for other reasons, like to spy on people or, to get information from whoever it might be, If a marketing company could use this, you think governments could use it or,
So, okay. So what you're saying is, in order for this to happen, we just kind of break it down into its component parts as good engineers should do. There is a piece of hardware. Let's say in this case, it's a phone. The phone has a microphone on it. The phone has an app that is able to access the microphone so that when you sign up, when you install the app, it says, would you allow this this app to access your microphone? And you say yes, only while using the app or always or so whatever it is the options I would see an iPhone or Android phone, right? So you say yes, this app could access your microphone. Now, an advertising agency could go and say, hey, we have 1 billion people who've installed the Facebook app. And out of that 1 billion, 999 million of them said, okay, we could access the microphone. We can, if you pay us, listen to what they're saying, and based on the words that they say, we could pass that through our data network. And if one of the words that they say matches your product, we could inject that into the Facebook ad stream because Facebook is one of our partners. And that will give you the ability to get more sales because wherever people want, that's the perfect targeting ad of targeting ads, right? That's the whole tech stack there, right? Good. So if that's the tech stack, then the FBI now could come and be like, Facebook, the same thing you do for them marketing companies, we needed to do that for us. So when somebody says Al-Qaeda, or when somebody says Russia, or when somebody says bomb, we want to get a 15-minute recording of what was said before and what was said after of it. Is anything happening?
Yeah, correct. In order to say we could use technology for good, or whatever, I could use it for bad. Because I say this,
Correct.
it don't necessarily have to be Facebook. It could be the same marketing company. Because I say, as you say, this marketing company just looking for certain words, right? Says is tablet or computer, or they're just looking for certain words. But that's just one data point, right? What happening to the rest of the conversation? They just taking that one word and just storing that one word? Or are they passing everything through and storing the whole conversation somewhere? You know? And who's to say that they just, it's just that one word we taking and passing it to Facebook, or are we storing everything?
So you think the government service is not going to Facebook and asking to be like a marketing company? You think the government agency is going to the marketing company and telling them we want your data? Because
I mean, I'm not sure the logistics could be, but I just opening the possibility of, you know, if this company could be listening for certain words, you know, then who's to say somebody else can't do it too because of that same backdoor? And even, we just using it for marketing purposes. Same way we could have talked about, we call it Analytica with Facebook back in
Cambridge
the day.
Analytica,
we was just using this for marketing or whatever, but it did get used in all the different places, and that was data based on people doing stuff on Facebook, right? And or selling it to marketing companies. Now, this is data based on people just talking, not even interacting with Facebook. It could be personal conversations. It could be listening to the same podcast. You know, and you know, it could just, that's an entirely new data set to be, you know, just to be out there.
So, watch this part, right? Mashable reached out to all 4 big tech companies mentioned in 404 Media's report on CMG's active listening pitch deck. We heard back from all of them, Meta, Amazon, Google, whatever. Meta does not use your phone's microphone or ads for ads, and we've been public about this for years, a Meta spokesperson said in a statement provided to Mashable. We are reaching out to CMG to get them to clarify that their program is not based on metadata. Meta told Mashable that it was looking into whether CMG potentially violated Facebook's terms and conditions. Amazon, Google, and Microsoft also pushed back. Amazon ads has never worked.
See the fact that they say they're looking to see if they violated the terms and conditions, which open the possibility to it actually happening. You know?
Okay, Amazon ads has never worked with CMG on this program and has no plans to do so. Google says all advertisers must comply with applicable laws and regulations as well as our Google Ads policy. So Google is like, well, we hope they comply. If they didn't, well, we'll find out, which means it's possible. And Microsoft says we are investigating and will take any necessary actions in line with our policies. Yeah, the only person that outright think it is Amazon, which we know they're lying because Alexa hearing you, right?
They probably don't need a marketing company. They just do it themselves.
Yeah, correct. That is what I was going to say. They not even be like, oh, we just do that naturally. We don't need to pay anybody to do that. And we are the Apple, actual sellers, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, with Apple too. Yeah, we don't need them. Yeah, Siri.
Yeah, correct. So all of them investigating to see if it's possible, because it is possible. Is hardware, is access to hardware, and we know that these apps have access to the hardware, because they put regulations in place for privacy purposes that you must give them the
as we right to. Like you see all them, like 10-page terms and conditions that we don't read. They agree to stuff. There's one left. I must do that sometime. Ask one of those things to just read to read everything and see if it has anything. Yeah.
It's our website, toc.something, TOC, and there's kind of summarize it for you and give our a rating, and Facebook like, have a F.
I want to ask, I know that's what I summary. I want to ask it, like, is there anything in there pertaining to listening to whatever, if it's anything pertaining to something else, like, you know, I want to read it and tell me what
you're gonna use their AI against them. And then I'll be like, I'm not allowed to read my own terms and conditions. That's not in my programming. Hey, that's real tough. That was real tough. Not that we didn't know that it was there, but to see how they responded, that's quite funny. Yeah, but under all, like, probably because I feel like I have nothing to hide in this world, that I don't really beat up too much, but I could see that there are some people out there that'll just be like, yeah, my phone listening to me, I ain't not gonna do anything.
Let's put
like,
if we're talking this, we go in our
room.
Like go outside, leave your phone inside.
Yes, correct. Which is actually possible. I agree. In certain cases, depending on the job that you have and espionage and them kind of thing, definitely would be something I'd recommend to people. If they say, so should I have these conversations? I was like, no, don't. If you really and truly want to be fully secure, your phone could listen to you. But if you just want to get the best ads, I don't mind me getting if I say I want a new screwdriver, no, and I start to see ads for the best screwdrivers. Or if I say I want to get an EV van, and then I see EV vans popping up for BYD, I'll be like, thank you very much. Let me talk about it more, because all they're bringing it to me. Because there is a part of ads where I am actually like, I'm glad that I have seen certain ads in my life. I ain't gonna lie to you. There are certain products I buy. I was like, if I didn't see an ad for this, I'll never have this product, and I'm glad for that. But then there are other times when I just be like, I was searching for something for my mother, and now they're showing me one set of female stuff, which is not cool. Not cool at all, but that is how it go. Yeah. Well, okay. Well, thank you very much. For those of you all that are listening, including you, all Google. Like, I know you're hearing me. I want to know what's the best Bitcoin to invest in. Thanks. I thought that's it for today. That was kind of funny at the same time. So just to recap what we spoke about, because my dog's deciding to bark a lot right now. I think I tuned the microphone enough so that I wouldn't hear them. You probably hearing them, but Audacity not picking it up. But
not as much as before.
Yeah. I do a little microphone tuning. I know. What we talking about? Yeah, we spoke about free Wi-Fi if it's bad for business. When people rather use data in their homes, and they do listen to your ads. We've confirmed it. It's not a conspiracy anymore.
They listen to your conversation.
They listen to your conversation. Sorry. I have to listen to your ads in the thing. That's some edited. They listen to your conversation for ads. Right. Good. Yeah.
Listens,
Yeah. So they listen to your conversation. Yeah. Right. So I think I made it out. I only sneeze once, so that's a plus. Only now I'm gonna go and take the multi-symptom and go and sleep and see what happens tomorrow. Yeah. Thank you very much, all of you, for listening to the podcast. I'm glad to have you all on. It seems like we have 30 solid listeners every single week on Spotify. So whoever your 30 people. Like, somebody put that in perspective from our time. Let's be like, if you were to go and stand up somewhere and talk about something and 30 people literally come and stand up just to hear you talk, how would you feel? I'd be like, well, that'd be kind of cool, because those 30 people think what I say matters now. And having 30 consistent listeners just on Spotify alone, that means a lot to us. Of course, we want it to be 50. Of course, we want it to be 100. But for the 30 of y'all who've been listening for the past, I don't know, real weeks, is just 30 something. That's a blessing. So you can shout us out anytime. You can message us. Anything that we say that don't make sense and you want to clarify it with us, or you want to update it with us, please let us know. We'll gladly come on the podcast and shout you out and say, yeah, this person said so and so. Thank you for that piece of information. So my name is Mr. Charles, Andre Charles, from makeITsimpleTT. I'm an IT and computer science teacher and run a small business on the side doing IT services and whatnot. And part-time content creator. Part-time. A small part of time. Not as small as this guy though.
Yeah, Akim there from Redbit Tech. I'm in IT as well, but part-time, I don't even know if to say part-time anymore. You know, maybe someday in the near future I'll be inspired again, but
maybe.
You know, I'm not sure about it.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie to you. The podcast will just do it for me. I'd be like, yeah, I real good. Let's come in and do this for an hour every week and get my little tech fix. Be like, yeah, this is nice. Recording them videos. Probably I'd have a why. I'd have somebody who actually benefiting from it. Instead of random people commenting shippiness about politics. And that didn't help any cause. That didn't help any cause at all.
Yeah.
All right, Tony. So we got there. Have a great week, man. And we'll see you all next week in episode number 82. Who knows what will happen this week tech-wise. We will see what the week holds. So we gone. It up.